What's up everyone, Swag here, and today I'm doing one of those character criticism videos again, this time on KSI. Now, I have made a video on KSI, the Rising Ball, but that was a satire video because AJ made a video calling Jake Paul a brain damaged boxer, and I basically made that about KSI, but AJ changed the title and the thumbnail of his video, so I'm thinking about unlisting that, and that was a satire video, but I want to talk about just his boxing career and how he takes these stuff and how he kind of just ducks his opponents, who he calls out, and he's not really who he is on the internet and in person. So, yeah, I'll talk about the whole Jake Paul thing. Now, at first, Jake Paul, clearly, Jake Paul was a pussy at first. He didn't want to fight KSI when KSI called him out, but, Jake had no experience, but, whatever, he admitted to being a pussy, but, can you blame him? I just literally look at these fighting clips, just no, man. But then, Jake starts to fight, he beats KSI's brother Deji by TKO, and then he challenges KSI, because KSI beat his brother Logan in a rematch. Then KSI's like, I'll fight you after you fight my best sparring partner, Gib. He beats Gib. Then, KSI says at a concert, Rolling Loud, I think, he says, as Thanos once said, fine, I'll do it myself. So he's going to fight Jake, but then the pandemics happen, and I guess they can't fight. But now, a few years later, KSI fighting Alex Wasabi because Alex Wasabi fought Deji and he beat Deji, and they had a whole face-off thing, and Alex Wasabi says this. Check out this clip.
No one can beat me.
You think Jake?
Okay, and I have the dog in me.
You think you can beat Jake right now? You think you can beat Jake?
Yes.
So why are you fighting me?
No, because I have to warm up. No. Also, there's a few things. Warm up, I have to show him I'm the A side because I'm fighting nobody. So if I'm fighting nobody and get a higher pay-per-view than him, what does that say about me? It says I'm the top dog. You bow down to me, scum.
Why do you have to show him that? He's ready to fight you now.
What do you mean? Why do I have to show him that? Oh, what? Have you tried the negotiations? Okay, what fight? What weight we fighting at? Where are we fighting? Where are we fighting? Where are we gonna fight?
What, you and Jake?
I'm talking about me and Jake. Where would we fight?
You can figure it out. He's down. He's ready.
I'm the A side, so I think everything should run by me. So I think he should fight on my card. I think he should fight in the UK. I think he should fight at my weight. I think all these things. And do you think Jake's going to be like, yeah, sure, great, yes, sir, KSI? Are you dumb?
And Jake agrees to the terms. But then, unfortunately, Alex Wasabi pulled out of the KSI fight because he had a concussion. And, you can't fight in a boxing match while you have a concussion, because that could lead to, severe fatal injuries. So you don't want to make it worse than it is. So he pulls out of the fight. And then Jake Paul was like, this is perfect, because Jake Paul was supposed to have a boxing match, right, with Asim, I guess. Yeah, supposed to have a fight with him, but he pulled out because he didn't make the weight. And Jake's like, this is perfect. This is perfect. My opponent pulled out. Your opponent pulled out. So, we can fight. But then KSI said that they already had a backup opponent in case Wasabi pulled out, before this could have happened. They already had a backup opponent. So, KSI fights Swarms, and, it kind of killed the hype. It would have been better if it was KSI versus Jake Paul, but, whatever. And then he fights a professional boxer, just to say that he fought a boxer, Pineda. I'm curious, how the hell do you fight? How did he even find out about Pineda, to be honest? He was searching for nobodies. This is a boxer from Mexico who is 2-5. Yes, that's a perfect fit, perfect boxer. That dude was terrible. Let's not also forget that KSI, he was supposed to fight the first boxer. He was supposed to fight the first professional boxer instead of Pineda. He was supposed to fight Ivan Nikolov or something like that. But he was exposed because of his tattoo that says white power, like white supremacist, whatever. But that's not the main point. The main point was KSI was going to fight this boxer who was 3-19. Oh, wow, you beat a 3-19 boxer. You know, that's not something to be proud of. Like, I'm glad that fight didn't happen, but geez, like, I don't know if that would have been worse than Pineda, but that's a terrible record. Why would you fight someone with that terrible record? And, like, no one is going to compliment you or, like, give you respect for being a boxer who has that type of record. After the fight, Jake says that his manager said that KSI was down to fight him, but only for free, and that he keeps all the revenue. Jake just said, he accepts it. And then KSI says, we'll fight on my terms next year, 2023. It's like, Jesus, man, like, he's ready, bro. You just say you're not ready. All right, and then KSI says, who do you want me to fight in January for his upcoming fight? Most of the people said Tyron Woodley. And then Tyron Woodley accepts. He's like, I'm ready. And then KSI's like, Jake's really got you on a leash. It's like the fans voted. He accepted. It's not like Jake has him on a leash. You put a poll up saying who would you want to fight. You said everyone picked Tyron, and Tyron accepts it. And now you're just saying that he's hiding behind Jake. That makes no sense. And then, KSI's talking a lot of shit. And then, during the Deji versus Mayweather fight, Tyron actually comes up to him and confronts him. And let's just say KSI didn't really act all big and tough. Tyron, let's just see the clip right here.
Are you gonna sign the contract or what? Are you gonna sign the contract or what? You said what? Nobody can So are you gonna sign the contract or what? Or do I gotta put it on the internet so everybody can see? No, we're talking about it now. We're talking about it now.
Then KSI says, you haven't won a fight since 2018. When you finally get a win, then I'll fight you. What? Then what was the point of that poll in the first place? Like, what was the point? It's just clear that he's ducking Woodley. And then, there was actually a contract offered. KSI's team offered the contract to Woodley, but on the condition that Woodley, could not rehydrate. That's fucking dangerous. You need to rehydrate, all right? Like, whenever you have those breaks after rounds, you need to rehydrate, and that's just like, what? And KSI tries to discredit Jake Paul for beating Woodley. Like, he's past his prime. He's a retired UFC fighter, but KSI won't even have the courage to even try to fight Woodley after Woodley tries to fight him. Like, it just shows that he's not on Jake's level and that he's not ready to fight Jake Paul. He's fighting Dylan Danis now, who was the second most voted on the poll, on his Twitter poll. Tyron was the first, so he's fighting Dylan Danis. I don't know about how that fight's gonna go. Dylan Danis, he's a 2-0 MMA fighter. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Jake Paul's fighting other people, and this is his response to everyone criticizing him.
If I was to fight Woodley, you guys would have said,
Jake's already done that! That's old news!
Why are we passing around Woodley like he's a spliff? Woodley hasn't won a fight since 2018. He's trash. No one wants to see that.
All right, let me fight Joe Fournier then.
No, we don't want Joe Fournier. I don't care if he's 9-0. Have you seen the people he fights? They're trash cans. His boxing record is fake. Also, he's inactive. We want an active fighter for you to fight. He's trash.
All right, shit then. Let me fight Floyd Mayweather.
We don't even want that. Logan and Deji have already done that. Besides, Mayweather is old as fuck. He basically weighs half of you. No one wants to see that. Trash.
All right, let me just fight Jake Paul then.
Yes, now we're happy. Thank you. All hail King KSI. Come and done.
Alright, so his first point about Woodley doesn't really make any sense. Yes, Jake did fight Woodley already, but you put a poll up saying who would you want to fight, like what your fans would want you to fight, and most people voted Woodley, who was on the poll. So that criticism didn't really make any sense, because yes, Jake fought him, but it seems like you're making up excuses for you just not to fight him. And then his next point, I kind of get, because I have seen people say that, Joe Fournier's record is like he's fought trash people. He's 9-0, but he's fought trash people. So, I agree with KSI there. I have seen people say that, but, I'm fine with him fighting that dude. Like, I'm fine with him fighting all the people he's named. And then the Floyd Mayweather point, like, I don't see anyone saying that. Like, I just see a lot of doubters. People saying, I mean, you said it yourself. You said that you could beat Floyd Mayweather, and you said that Deji could have beaten him. You said that you feel like you can beat him. So, like, why not? Why not just get in contact with Mayweather? Mayweather's clearly shown that he has fun doing these exhibition matches with all these other YouTubers like Logan and Deji. Shows that he's had fun, and clearly, since you say that you want to fight him, you seem very serious about this, he'll take you seriously, unlike he took Deji, because he didn't take Deji seriously, but he took Logan seriously, and he'll take you seriously probably because you claim that you could beat him. So yeah, I mean, I don't see why I don't see anyone saying that you shouldn't fight Mayweather. But yeah, well, that's basically it. I just feel like KSI as a boxer, he's he's just not on Jake's level. I don't think he's gonna be ready for Jake. Depends. KSI is gonna fight, I think, Joe Fournier now. Here's what I think he should do. Right? I think he should fight Woodley. I think he should fight Alex Wasabi, because Alex pulled out because he had a concussion. And, you can't help that. I mean, I get KSI was frustrated, but to assume that someone faked an injury is pretty messed up. Like, he's concussed, he can't help that. It just happens. But he should reschedule the fight with Alex Wasabi. He should either if it's like pay-per-view again in the ring, or just a sparring match, either way, just spar it out or work it out. Then fight Joe Fournier, and then fight Mayweather, then fight Jake Paul. I think that's what he should do.